Hello everybody. Welcome to my Minecraft. So, I made a video a couple days ago, and the video quality was not good, nor was the audio. Who knew? Who knew that having a mic up to your mouth would help when talking? Anyway, I'm going to have a quick overview of my, kind of my empire here. All built on survival, and took a lot of years. Built this over probably 4 or 5 years and still building, as there's a lot of things that I build and I'm like, I don't like it, I'm going to keep building, or I'm going to build out stuff. But this is the main entrance into my spot. Right here I have these little snow golems, and they throw snowballs at different mobs that come in, and the mobs will die as they try to get to them when they run into cactus. So, as you enter, there's a little bridge or whatnot to get over, and we're going right to the main. I need to eat some food. As, a little hungry. So I have this, also kind of helps keep the mobs out, but just to get over it, flip this little guy, you're right over. Welcome to the city. So the first thing I'm going to show in here is this guy right here. This is kind of my home. We'll get up into the tower here in a minute. I also like to call it the Tower of Mordor. But I have a couple things over here, a couple shops, little villages. Kind of a thing to note here is anything with a the lime green on it means it's a store. So let's go ahead and jump into my house. This is my little house here that I built, and I have a bunch of hidden rooms in here, which I'm going to actually show first. Number one is this guy right here. You got to run quick to get through it because there is a pressure point wow. An actual pressure plate. When you try to get through, it doesn't work. So you have to leave on this side, and you have to be quick, like that, or you can't get through. You also have, you know, your typical hidden underwater spot here. Keep all your cool stuff. But one of my favorites is actually up this way. Looks like a pretty normal hallway, but go ahead and break this guy, jump up and flip him on, and open him up. And there we are. Nice little hidden area back in here. And again, I'm redoing this video just because my last one was so terrible, video quality-wise, and audio quality. Oh goodness, can't even get that. So we'll go up to the top here and just kind of take a look, and then we'll get a brief overview of the actual empire, as I call it. Again, it's all in survival, so you have to dig everything up and build it yourself. There's the main entrance that we came through. We're at the top of the Mordor Tower again, and I'll kind of get through all these, so it's going to take probably about a 30-minute video, and I'll kind of show everything that I've built. Alright, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to show you, once I get down all these ladders and stairs, of course I had to make it tough to get around and everything. The first thing I'm going to show you is actually my little theater, which isn't anything special, but pretty simple. Try to make everything as kind of lifelike as possible in my town slash empire slash city. There's a lower level down here. This one's kind of a work in progress as we go, but you know, when you start building stuff, then 10 other things come into mind that you want to build, and you're like, nah, I'm bored. I'll build something else. So that one I'll eventually keep going on. But let me swing around here. We're gonna go kind of towards the front here. So these two towers were a couple of my buddies beforehand. They were helping me build stuff, and I just made them into like little hotels or whatnot. But this is my basketball court. This I actually had to rebuild a couple times because I kept getting creepers. I came in and blew it up because there wasn't much light into it, but obviously got a little bit more light into it, so that helps. I have a big storage area here. As you can see, there's a bunch of blocks of wood and just different things in here in case I need something. I have a cool little sawmill over here. Again, try to make it as realistic as possible, but also kind of silly. You can tell I was somewhat of a dweeb by building all this, but that's alright. Up above us, we have this little forest area that I'm going to continue building off of, but haven't really had a chance to. I have a lot of these around, little armories. Come in here and get stuff if I'm fighting off some mobs or whatnot. It's nice to have a place to go if my swords or anything or my bows break. And then the city wall, it goes around the entire city, and we'll actually get into that a little bit later. This is my hospital. I have a couple of these as well, you know, with different potions for healing and stuff like that. You can tell it's a hospital by a big red cross up the top there. And then this is kind of my entrance. We're going to actually visit this here in a little bit when we backtrack, but this is the entrance into my football stadium, which I've technically spent, I think, the most time on, mainly because I built the bottom section, hated it, rebuilt it, and then built the top section, hated it, rebuilt it. So I could probably still rebuild a little bit of it, or keep going on top of it or whatnot, but little concession stands up there where you get food and stuff like that, same with over there. I've also thought about making it a dome, which would be pretty cool, but also pretty crazy. So, maybe, we'll see. This guy right here, this is my Coliseum. You can kind of see it from my tower when we first started. We'll go all the way up here. So this one I've rebuilt a couple times as well, because I felt like it was too small, so I had to make it a little bigger. Now I still feel it's a little too small compared to like my football stadium and everything. But we'll see. Again, this is always just a work in progress. I feel like that's always how Minecraft is. It's like, I saw somebody build something cooler, so I'm going to do it. Build something even better than that. It does lead to my jail here. You can see my little wolf here kind of guards the place. I'll step out. This right here, actually, let's get into it and then we'll come back. This right here is my rail station, or light rail. Each one of these levels actually has goes to a specific spot. So this one goes to the other side of my town. There's one up above that goes on the outside of the city. This one goes to a hospital on the other side. So it just kind of goes all around. And then connected to it, I'm blowing into the mic, we have my hockey rink, which I still need to figure out how to make better goals. I just tried to make some decent looking goals here, but it just wasn't good. Penalty boxes here, benches over there, you know, your Jumbotron up there. Alrighty. Let's go back this way. Kind of backtrack just a little bit here. So this guy, I do have a couple of these. They're like little army bases slash schools or whatever. Basically, I have a bunch of, like, again, my swords and everything in here. And then I do have a couple target areas, so you can do some target practice while on a boat there. Target practice down here. But again, I do store a lot of swords and stuff just in case there's a mob here and I break my sword and need to get back and fight them off. This is one of my favorite spots. Let me get my card out. This is one that took me a while, but is a lot of fun. It's my little racetrack that I built. Little figure eight, nothing special. And get a couple, you know, get a couple friends that play on this, and we all just kind of go around, and you know, you can try to shoot each other and stuff like that from here. But the hardest part is actually trying to get your cart back. You have to chase after it. All right, we're gonna come back this way, and you can also see I didn't show you the grandstands from the actual racetrack there. It's my little garden area, and then my Parthenon here. I'm a huge nerd when it comes to history. Obviously, a big sports guy too, so you can see where all this is inspired from. But this is actually Dragon's Egg and the armor I used to defeat the dragon. I built all this originally on Xbox 360, so it took a long time to kind of get going. And when it updated. It messed up some of my stuff, but I was a little bit of a noob when I fought off the dragon. It was a lot of fun doing it. This is one of my libraries. I have a couple of these. We'll show you the other one later. There are some hidden spots in here, so you just have to go, kind of like at my house, through the actual picture, and then you have your library up here. Nice little spider hanging out. We'll let him come to us. Maybe not. I think he's too stupid. Alright, and then if we go on the other side, see, kind of the same thing. Kind of go through the picture here, and then I have a little art gallery here. Of course, more stuff hidden behind the wall. This actually just leads down into some caves and stuff. Let's jump out of here. I'll show you the big hotel. It's one of my big hotels that I made. Hello, little fox. This took a long time because this was actually, at the time, the biggest thing that I made. Man, these spiders just want to mess with me here. And I'll actually show you as we go through on the minecart around how big it actually is compared to some of the other stuff. But each one has a couple rooms on this side, and you have staircases that lead up over there. We're going to head over here to the harbor. This is one of the harbors that leads out, and it leads out to the ocean eventually. But you know, you can get some boats and some swords and stuff just in case. Alright, actually we'll backtrack. This is just one of my big towers that I have out here. Another store, lime green. Talked about that earlier. Let me go here. Here is one of my big barns. I used to have more animals in here, but they all just kind of either died or seemed to escape. And then also over here, I have a bunch of animals in a farm. And this is where I just keep a bunch of like different snowmen, or the ability to make snowmen, and the iron golems and everything, just in case. I think this guy's going for the chickens. Probably leave him alone. And then I have, right outside my football stadium, that's my football stadium, there is a big apartment complex there. This is kind of more of a placeholder. I'm going to kind of redo some of that stuff, make it look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. And I have a little bakery there. Obviously you can see some of the veggies and stuff being built, or being farmed there. There's a bunch of little treats and everything in there. And then I have, again, trying to make it as realistic as possible, a big church here that goes, it's pretty big for the most part, but lots of stained glass, all that fun stuff. So what we're going to do next, we're going to jump on this minecart here, and I'm going to kind of show you around the city, and then as we get to the other side, I'm actually going to explain some of the ideas that I have for some other episodes on, like, you know, how-tos, how to build this, how to do that. But you can see I have these towers all around my city. They have provisions in them with, you know, swords and bows and stuff. They go all around my city, and this wall goes all around my city as well. You can kind of see into the city a little bit. Here's that harbor we went through. Here's that big hotel I was talking about. And then we have the library here. Keep going around. And so we're going to go to the other side of the city, which I feel like has a lot more. A bunch of little zombies there. We do have kind of a little naval / army or hotel there. Another store. Look at that. This tall little tower here. A bunch of towers out here. I'm gonna describe what's going on kind of over here. Here in a minute, so I'm getting shot at. I have government stuff right here. My big tall statue. I will show. It gets a little lighter up, but we're gonna hop off this guy real quick. Kind of explain this over what's going on over here. So I have all these defenses around town. Or around my city, as you can see at the beginning when I walked in. There's like lava. There's your little guard tower, so to speak. So this one's kind of the same thing right outside, and I'm going to continue building on. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do another episode with that. But you build these little towers, and what happens is you have these snowmen. Oh, and look, hey, what's going on right here? and these little guys will shoot them or whatnot. Sometimes they do win, which happens, but you just rebuild it and go from there. But a lot of times what will happen is these, it only took one shot to kill him, but they'll get stuck in the cactus and die, or in the actual little lava river, so to speak, and die. So obviously we'll have to go back and get some more of those snow columns in there, but we'll do that here in a little bit. Whoop, didn't mean to do that. So keep going here. You can see there's a little apartment complex there. My big tower, I call it the Sky Needle. Don't want to be copying the Space Needle, but kind of did. We'll go up there here in a little bit, but let me go ahead and go down here and I'll kind of show you a little bit more. Then we'll swing back around. In here is just kind of an original village that I built onto. A couple little villaging houses and stores and stuff in here. This leads actually out to the ocean as well. You can kind of just use the boats and everything. One of the cool things that I like that's new compared to obviously Xbox 360, which I've gotten rid of that years ago, but I just always reference it, is the tridents. Those are always fun to mess with. But this is just, little town homes and stuff. When we go up here, I have my actual... there's a creeper in there. It's my little ski resort. You can go down the hill there, and then you can go down the hill here. And what happens is when you go down the hill, you just jump in the minecart, take it up, and it automatically just shoots back down. So you don't have to worry about trying to push it back down. It'll be down there when you come back. Right here I have another little, army schoolyard, whatever. And then we have right here is a church. This is a big house that I've built because I had my big Tower of Mordor on the other side, but I was like, I don't want a house on the other side, so I built this big guy. My expansion bridge there. I'll go ahead and cross here, picking up stuff. This little bakery. You can see I have all the veggies and stuff, baked stuff, and then a big hotel. And one of the cool things I'm going to kind of do an episode on is my factories. So this is like a charcoal factory. What you do is you just put wood through there, come down through here. Of course, it's hidden again. And when you go to open this, your charcoal actually shows up in there. Just put coal in there, wood hits it, goes in the charcoal, and boom, you can do different type of things with charcoal, whatever you want to do. Let me jump out of here. Oh, and finally the sun's coming up, so I don't have to deal with mobs as much. It's another one of my army/navy yards, whatever you want to call it. I always have a big anchor because it goes right to this big port right here. This port kind of leads out to one of my other cities, one of my other little towns, which I have a rail system to, but it's on the other side of the map, which I will show in another episode as well. But it leads all the way out there, and all of my little towns/cities are connected to each other in some way, which is always nice. But let's go ahead and backtrack here. You see another lime green, so that's another store. There's an armory down below, aka lots of swords and bow and arrow. Or bows and arrows, I should say. I think English is a little tough for me today. You go down here, you can go into this underwater little area, room/hotel/whatever you want to call it. Alright, so going to this guy, this is my cobblestone factory. So what you do is you just, there's a couple of them, there's one up top as well, but this one right here, just hit the button a couple times, and what it does is it actually creates the cobblestone and pushes it out. Well, it's supposed to, at least. I think we're having a little bit of an issue here, so let's try that again. There we go. So then it creates a bunch of cobblestone. You don't have to go mining for it. You actually just can do that a million times, which can be annoying, but there it's starting to build out. But makes it a little bit easier. Then we have a couple of houses and everything, and then I have one of my other main entrances, which also has some defensive things around it as well. So you come in here, and typically what will happen is you'll get a creeper or something that tries to get you. You just kind of step to the side, he'll dive in, and then the water pushes him towards the cactus and kills him. And I have a little water treatment plant with a bunch of water and stuff over there, in case you ever need it. Again, I'm trying to make it as real life as possible, I guess. So, a bunch of nerdy stuff. Alrighty, so this guy right here, this is another big hospital, you can tell by the cross up top there. I have another portal, I have a couple of them hidden around. But let me go up here and I'll kind of show you what we're almost done here. Go up top. So this is that sky needle, space needle type thing. You can kind of see out, which is pretty cool. See everything. You can see how far. You can't even see the edge of it. Like you can barely see the football stadium there. But you can kind of see how much work and time and effort I've put into this. I refer to myself as a huge nerd just because of it. But let me jump down here and we'll keep going around real quick. It takes forever just to drop down here. Alrighty. These are those apartments I was telling you about. You just kind of go and whenever I'm running around or something like that, building stuff, I can just go and sleep in there so I don't have to deal with the mobs. But let me jump out here and I'll show you the big statue that I have. Maybe. I feel like I'm stuck against something. There we go. Maybe not. Goodness. Don't even know how to control this. Jump across here, jump across here. You can see that big statue there. He's, let me jump up here so you can kind of see. He's actually stepping on a creeper head and holding a zombie head there. It took quite a ways to build, and you can actually climb up into it and get up top and get into like the staff and where the head are and different things like that. So I might do an episode on that later as well, because why not? And again, I'm always still building. I'm always still kind of doing different things here. Because it's made to be fun. It's made to build and kind of stimulate the creative mind. Down here I have a couple little houses, apartment type things. But let me jump into this guy. This is actually something cool that I worked on, and actually we're going on this side. And I've seen some pretty big versions of these, which is pretty awesome. But let me go ahead and I don't want a lot of this stuff, so we're just going to toss it. Just going to litter everywhere because I don't need it. But, alrighty. So, this is a really easy way to get wheat bread. Just open them up, let the floodwaters kind of take all the wheat down. Let it just keep kind of pushing, make sure everything's kind of cleared out. And it takes a second. That's okay, we can be patient. I'll go ahead and close her back up. And then we head back down here. We head through here and boom, full of wheat. We have a bunch of seeds and stuff, which we can plant for later. Grab these guys. And then all you have to do is just go and replant it. But all it does is it basically takes all that and pushes it right back down into here and funnels it right here. So again, the hardest part is just planting it. Instead of going through and cutting it all down, one by one, you just have it all right there, ready to go. Very easy. Alright. Let's go ahead back up here, and we're going to kind of head back and show you the last couple things. This is my, I call it the Amazon hostel. You just go down and there's a bunch of beds underneath, but kind of looks like the old Amazon pyramids. And then we're going to go up here, and this is my kind of my wool factory. A bunch of wool in here that I used to have a bunch of sheep in there, but I have no idea what happened to them. We're going to jump up here. I have a big hotel right here. Kind of overlooks, it's kind of almost in the center of town, but overlooks everything. And then I have a little water park here. You can go down the slide. Diving boards over there. A couple pools and stuff. Just the silly things. Alrighty. So when we look over here, I have this big dam that I've had to rebuild like 3 or 4 times. But it's kind kind of cool. I mean, it's just it's there. Really, there's nothing too special about it. But this guy, we're gonna actually go into the front door of this guy. This is my little disco club area type thing. Go in here, and obviously there's a bunch of music boxes and stuff. You just throw in some music and dance away and stuff like that. But this is one of my cool buildings, and I have a bunch of hidden stuff in here as well. But this is my kind of my government building. Kind of go down here, and there is a bunch of make a bunch of snowmen, build swords, make iron golems if you need to. Jump back out of here, and obviously go down this one, not in that one. I don't think you'll last too long in that one. Kind of like to call this my Senate place or whatnot. And every time I say that, I always think of Star Wars. I am the Senate. Again, my nerdiness coming out. Well, you can kind of see it kind of looks like a Senate house thing. You can come out here on the balcony and kind of look out. And we're going to actually go there here in a second. Animals just everywhere. I'd like to kind of redo that a little bit as well. But then we come down here. We have my courthouse, which, again, nothing too special. I need to redo that up there, the ceiling at least. But jury sits there. Let's keep going. You can see another hospital here. I think we passed by it earlier on the minecart there. And we have this like floating tree orchard thing. That was kind of fun to build. Took a while, but it was fun to build. I have my Egyptian pyramid, hotel, hostel, whatever you want to call it here. Just a bunch of beds and stuff. But I have a massive farm. It kind of sits right in the middle, and you can see that's the old Tower of Mordor. That right there is my hockey rink, but it's pretty massive. And it kind of, I do like to collect it all at a certain point in time and then store it in a storage area over there. We have a big hotel again here. See another store. Little area to sleep over there. This is like my army / navy, whatever you want to call it. Just have a bunch of stuff if you want to take it, if you need to take it and go out and get out of here. Sail the 7 seas, so to speak. But let's go ahead back through here. We're going to actually go to my Olympic-sized swimming pool. Alright, so you can see this farm is pretty big here. This is like the shower area or the bathrooms, and then you have your swimming pool there, your stands. Oh, getting back to the music. I have a bunch of stores here. Again, lime green, or I guess it's green, but come over here and see that there's a bed store, a lighting store. This right here, there's actually, it goes down, there's where I store all the stuff for that big farm there. Down below here, you can actually see there's a little shooting range, archery range, and then a box store, so to speak, book signs and paintings, a bunch of different stores. But right here, we have one of my libraries, one of my other libraries, and then connected to it is this baseball park, field, whatever you want to call it, stadium. And on the outside of this is actually get a lot of like mobs that try to get over if you hang out here too long at night. But I can always kind of rebuild and keep going on this, and I have probably 3 or 4 times now. So I'm still kind of debating on if I want to do more with it or not. Alright, let's go back here. And then we have a couple houses and stuff, and you can see this is, I don't even know what happened here, but when I updated from Xbox 360 to Xbox One, it messed up some stuff, so I had to go back and redo a few things in there. And I have another garden here, and then I have a bunch of stuff I haven't really showed, but there's like a big storage area down in here, and it looks like it's a garden, but there's actually just a bunch of it's garden stuff, but just a bunch of stuff where I store different blocks and everything. And I have a bunch of these kind of sitting around my town, and just in case I'm like, I want to get, I want to get closer to this. Right, close to this, I need to get some blocks or whatnot. Over here is kind of another armory type thing, and then this is my going back to the to my place. This is actually my rail system. You can see through there is an actual my hockey rink. But yeah, we're back to the beginning, and I'll kind of show you. I'll do one quick thing of the rail cart, and then we'll call it a day. Till my next episode when we start showing you how-tos, and I guess gotta go the right way, that would help. Do some how-tos and a couple other things on, oh goodness, keeps pushing me the wrong way. Maybe we'll be stuck here. There we go. I'll show you my other city as well. There we are. So I do have another city and a couple other like small town city things that I've built that haven't been built, by anybody else, that are just kind of fun to build. But we'll do another episode for that. But as you can see, we're just kind of cruising through on the minecart. There's the dam. A couple different things you can see outside, how dark it is compared to how lit my city is. It's kind of funny. And I can show you how to build some pretty cool minecarts as well. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.